Hi, Hummingbird Hammocks here. We've had several of our customers ask us to show them a full setup of a hammock and a tarp. So we're going to break that into two separate videos and go through every step for you. For you folks that have used hammocks before, some of it might seem very basic, but we're going to try to go through each step so for people who are new, know what they should do. Our products we've got out here today is our single plus, a double. We have our large Pelican tarp that actually has doors on it. That's the one we'll set up today. And this one is a hex-shaped tarp, the Heron. And just to give you a size perspective, also down here we've got our tree strap extensions and our tree straps. And this is our guy line kit with the titanium stakes in it and the line tensioners and silicone seam seal for the tarps. And I'll cover some of that, a little bit more of that later. So the first thing would be our tree straps, which is the suspension system. It's a pretty simple system, but the first time it might be a little bit intimidating. They're made out of 1,500 pound rated Spectra. That's this white line. Very strong and very light. The tree strap itself, the webbing, is 1-inch Type 4 military spec nylon. Also strong and light. It's rated to 1,200 pounds. To put them on the trees, simply wrap it around the tree. Put this part through the loop. Tighten it to the tree, and I like to put it up about 6 feet from the ground. And you want to be careful if you're on unlevel ground to make sure that both sides are pretty level. That may mean you have to go up or down depending on the place. That way your hammock will lay relatively flat. And for adjustment purposes, it has a whoopee sling in it. We call this a whoopee sling. It's got a finger trap that slides in and out, so it's adjustable. And when you put tension on it, it tightens. I'm going to go do the other side now, and we'll hang a hammock. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use the single plus. The single plus and the double are both a little bit longer than the single. A little bit better for sleeping in if you want to actually overnight camp. And for people that are a little bit taller, I'm 6'2", so I prefer to sleep in the single plus or the double. It gives me a little bit flatter lie, and I'll cover some more of that in a little bit. Our end loop system is unique to anybody else's. We don't use a metal carabiner. We actually use this button end loop instead of a metal carabiner. You just hook it around the whoopee sling and attach it to the button. Simple as that. Nope, need an extension. So then you get over to this problem right here that happens all too often. Our suspension and our hammock don't make it. But we have tree strap extensions for that purpose. There's 2 in each bag. They're very simple to use. In this case, we're just a little bit short, so we'll probably just use 1. But They're each a full 6 feet long, so that'll get you another 12 feet between trees if you need it. Pretty simple to use. Take the same button loop concept that we use on the hammocks, put that around the whoopee sling, attach it. Don't need any carabiners. And on this end, you can do one of two things. You can either attach it directly to this loop, or if you want to, because you don't need a whole lot of distance, you can actually go back here and attach it here, which is what we'll do on this one. And if you need to, you can fold it in thirds or quarters or whatever to get the right length. Just as easy as that. Now on this, because we want to make sure for hanging your hammock that you're at about a 30% angle on the line. And what that, you make it easy. If you put this finger here level, put your thumb up, that's about what you want as far as the angle of the line, for a couple reasons. One is you actually get a flatter lie in the hammock if you have this angle, this angle on the suspension lines, because you'll be able to lie in the hammock and turn at an angle to get a flatter lie. A lot of people think that the solution to getting a flatter lie is to pull the suspension really tight and to make the hammock flat. That does two things. It's hard to get in, it's hard to stay in. Also, it puts a lot of tension on these lines. If you're at 30% angle, if you're a 200-pound person, there's 200 pounds of weight on this line. If you change this all the way up to 5% and pull it tight, there's actually over 1,100 pounds of tension on this line right here, and it's not rated for that. Plus, it'll be very uncomfortable in your hammock. So what you want to be is 30%. I pulled that a little too tight. About a 30-degree angle, not 30%, sorry, a 30-degree angle on the line, about like that. And because I put an extension in there, you always want to be careful you don't get too close to the ground. Looks like we're probably going to be all right on this one. Getting in your hammock's pretty simple. Just sit in it. Take your shoes off. First of all, make sure you don't have anything sharp in your pockets. Make sure you don't have anything in the hammock like sticks. This material is really strong. It's actual parachute material. It's actually rated by the parachute industry at 50 pounds per square inch. It's actual reserve material. So it's very strong, but it's not very thick. So you want to be careful not to tear it with something. So when you lay in the hammock, you have a tendency to feel like you're if you want to adjust, it's easy to just grab the sides and adjust. This is comfortable, but if you're sleeping a long time, you have a tendency your back will start to ache because you're kind of banana shaped. So the best way to get a flatter lie is turn a little bit at an angle, flattens you right out. Okay, now I got to get up. Something else to keep in mind is if you're actually going to sleep in the hammock overnight, you're going to want to have some kind of insulation underneath you to keep you warm, because your sleeping bag is going to get all compressed when you have your weight on it. It'll lose its R value. So a lot of people either put a pad in there, whether that's a foam or a blown up, that works. The downside to putting a pad in it at an angle, for me, I toss and turn all night, so that pad wants to squeeze out from underneath my sleeping bag. The other product you can use that a lot of people use are underquilts. They actually hang underneath the hammock. You can get those in down or synthetic, and they're all kinds of prices. They work great. So the benefit of those is that they do stay there and they're a lot more comfortable to sleep in. The plus side though of a pad is you ever get in a situation where you have to go to ground because you have no place to hang your hammock, you have a pad that you can still sleep on.